time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jakub.
All right, so the first thing off the bat. So I'm gonna go through some stereotypes for you. First, I guess I should introduce you, right? So
Sure.
Laurie Cunningham, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, all the way. Are you? I guess you're in Alberta, yes?
Yes.
All right, cool. So what part of Alberta? I guess
Calgary.
Calgary.
Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, yeah, Calgary. I flew into Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I spent a day in Edmonton.
Nice.
Spent 4 days in Banff. So, which, like, honestly, probably the best vacation I've ever had. I love cold weather. But
Yeah.
actually, this behind me is in your neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Banff National Park. So most people like go to hot places for vacation, and I was just like, we did it. We finally went to Canada, and getting there was great. Had the best time. I don't like your airlines though. We had a gigantic issue, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare getting out of there, but that's not your fault. It's nothing, whatever. But
you know what? I'll take personal responsibility for that.
please do. Yes. Okay.
Actually,
So
my fault of the airlines.
I've got a bone to pick with you, dog.
Yeah, actually, when were you here? No, that was me.
It was March of 2024. But I will say that like Banff did not give me the Canadian experience that I expected. It wasn't until I went through like all the way up, because I had to go back to Calgary and then go up to Edmonton. I didn't realize it was a 4-hour drive through nothing. Like literally nothing. And then
super exciting drive.
I don't remember the town. I don't think it was Red Deer, but maybe is Red Deer on the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so it might have been Red Deer, and like we stopped at a gas station, and like that's when I got the full like Alberta accent, like the full Canadian like experience, and I was very happy. So
Red Deer would do that for you.
yeah, like this guy, like we were going up to see a hockey game, and then like because I'm a Caps fan, and then like obviously Ovi and like Russia, and like this guy was like, yeah, I spent all this time over in Russia, and like I'm like, dude. Like I don't need like I'm just here to get some snacks, man. Like I don't like he was just like so enamored with us and like being where we came from and why we were there, and like he was very lonely because like I think we were the only people he saw all day long. It was a nice gas station, but
yeah.
Anyways, so like there's some stereotypes, right? And I like you got to tell me like how you feel about these stereotypes because
Sure.
all right. So obviously the first one is like it's way overblown. I don't think I ever heard it in my entire week being there.
Like A being tacked on
A,
the
like
word.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. I
not
thought you were like
letter A.
listing things like
yeah,
first
so
A,
letter
then
A.
My bad.
Like, what are you
My bad.
talking
Yes.
about?
Yeah. A, B, C.
I actually don't know. I don't know many. I have one friend who for sure says it like quite a lot, but he's the only one I know.
Right.
Like I don't notice many people doing it. I think it's more prevalent out east, but I haven't really been out east. That's just my assumption.
Like, I wonder where it comes from. Like, where if it was
Well,
just a stereotype that we created and they just kind of like, or like, is it like a real thing that they?
For most Americans, I think it was Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Probably.
Is where that
Yeah.
started. Well, that's because you're kind of ignorant.
It's Rick. I don't
Rick
remember. I don't
Moranis.
really know the other guy, but
Yeah.
Rick Moranis is the one
Yeah,
from
and
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Hunter, yes.
You know Honey, I Shrunk
Oh
the Kids?
shit!
And
Okay,
Ghostbusters.
yeah.
And
Okay,
Ghostbusters.
gotcha.
Yeah, and I don't really, and I don't really know the other guy other than from that show. I don't know if he's in other
Absolutely.
stuff. To be fair.
And so like that was probably the biggest discrepancy, right?
Yeah.
Now we've had some technical difficulties getting to
Yeah.
this, and the other one is the word sorry or sorry, right? So it comes out a lot. And I was keeping a tally, not to like out you, but I've heard it 6 times in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, no, I'll say it a lot.
no, but like, where does that stem from? Like, what is that? Is it just like the polite nature? Because also on like piggybacking on top of that, like Canadians are known to be very friendly, like overly friendly. And I did experience that. Like there was a lady who was talking to me in the airport, and she just like walked up to me and was just like super friendly, and I'm like what is this? Because like where we come from, you don't just walk up to strangers,
No,
and
that's
it's just
scary here. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't walk up to a stranger. That just might be an extrovert versus introvert, or like a lonely person.
Yeah.
Or like a small
Or
town
maybe
in the middle
just
of nowhere.
maybe
Yeah.
it's like small town, or maybe that's like being a people person versus not liking people.
Sure.
I don't know. But yeah, like I would say I'm more like maybe less friendly and more polite, like overly so, I guess. And that's kind of where like the stories run into, or you probably come from, but I don't know.
Is that something that like that just happens naturally, or is it like ingrained in you like at a young age
I
to
have no idea, to be fair.
I think mine. I
I
say
just like
sorry a lot.
apologizing for my general existence. Seems that basically maybe that's just that's just my own childhood traumas.
Yes,
I have no
Exactly. That's
yeah,
what I
idea.
say. That's where mine comes from. I know that mine comes from like being wrong a lot as a kid, always
yes.
getting in trouble, just being a rapscallion as a kid, and like having to apologize a lot, and knowing that if I apologize early, it makes it better somehow. So I just go ahead and
Yeah.
apologize immediately for
Yeah.
whatever
It's
it
like
is.
and because like we do it if you like run into someone by accident or if someone runs into you and you don't no one's you just sorry for being there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. If somebody runs into
Really,
me,
once
I'm
again,
gonna apologize.
apologizing for
Yeah.
my existence. Yeah, sorry for being a pylon that you were able to get around.
Because I mean, think about it. If somebody runs into you, probably not best to make them any more upset than they probably already are. So you just apologize to them, and that way it calms the
You
situation.
take you
Yeah.
you take the onus of the responsibility,
Yeah.
even though
But then you say sorry, and in your head you're like, sorry, you don't know how to walk and can't see where you're going.
Yeah,
Is what
sorry,
you
so
finish in your
you
head.
piece of
you don't
shit.
finish the
Yeah.
sentence. See, my
Yeah.
problem is that I would finish that sentence, and
Yeah,
I
no, you say it just in your head.
Sorry, you huge piece of shit for walking into
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I've never been one to as mince words, so like I'll just
That's
like
fair.
yeah, you know. So where do you fall on poutine?
I'm kind of more Western, and
Yeah.
it's way more. I feel like prevalent is my word of the day apparently, but it's way more prevalent out east. I probably should never admit this, but my favorite place to have it is Costco. So
That's fine.
I
Hell,
just
that's
think they
fine.
do it really. They have a nice gravy, they have a nice cheese curd, their fries are consistent.
Not a bad
But we don't
corporation if you're
have
gonna
like a
like
ton
one.
of.
So
Sorry, what was
not
that?
a sorry, not a bad corporation if you're gonna like one though. So it's not too
Yeah,
bad.
like you got the $1.50 hot dogs, you got the poutine, like, and I'm saying it like anyone from out east would be upset how I'm saying it. And
Oh
How are
no.
you supposed to say
oh, I'm
it?
poutine, poutine. It's French, probably.
So
It's like Tintin, Tintin.
I had it twice while I was there, and I had it two different ways. So I'm asking you, which is the proper way? Are the curds supposed to go like on the gravy or under the gravy?
Oh, I have no idea, to be fair.
Okay,
I think I generally put the gravy on top because it melts them.
correct. That's what I thought.
That to me that makes the most sense.
Yes.
There is like this other one that it's like oh it's called I think this is called Newfie poutine, but it's
In
like
Newfoundland.
you take the regular poutine and then you put like turkey dressing or stuffing or whatever on top of it, and it's pretty great. I have had that recently and it's legit.
Okay.
Apparently
Okay.
it's like very like Newfoundland is like typically the only place you have it.
Okay. Man. That's east, right? Like
Yeah.
northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ice skating. Is it like you got to do it like you have to pass it like when you're in like first grade?
I think it's just part of like I don't know if you call it gym or phys ed or whatever,
Okay.
but it's basically at some point it just becomes part of like the curriculum, I think.
Okay.
Even like I'm not great at it. And even
But
with like my kids, like I'm like some people like my daughter's 6 and like there's some people her age who are already playing hockey and she like has stood on skates. Like it's not it's not like a ton of pressure, but I feel like everyone kind of it's eventually something you kind of just do eventually.
it, the next thing was going to be obviously hockey. So like how do you because we've had other people who live in Canada who are like, I don't give a shit about hockey, and it's just like that seems weird because like that's your sport. I love hockey. Like I
It might
love
be like somebody
hockey.
asking us like baseball. Like I like to play baseball, but I don't like to watch baseball.
I think
It's
ours is
boring.
more like guns.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But like I'm talking sports specifically.
Well,
Like the sport
know.
that we created was like baseball, I think, right? So
You didn't create shooting.
What?
they've been shooting people for a long time before we came
Depends.
around. So
Listen. It
now
depends on who
on
you ask.
mass, I mean,
Ugh.
yeah, that might be a little bit too dark.
I don't know.
Gosh, ooh, sorry about
I
that.
mean,
taking it there, taking it there.
Yeah.
Listen.
You win at that.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's undefeated.
Congratulations.
We're unfortunately we're so desensitized to those sort of things, and it's just like you kind of have to like laugh through it and like.
anybody's gonna be upset at me about making a joke about it. It's like, hey, stop it, then.
Jacob,
Stop it
someone
from
will get
happening. Okay,
Someone
sorry.
will get upset. People get upset over everything.
They'd be
So,
mad at the people who make the guns. I don't care. I don't. Who's doing the shooting? Like, why are you mad at me for making a joke about it? It's like, hey, do something about it. It's like, anyways, I'm gonna go on a rant. I don't want to get on a rant.
Don't make her uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Please.
She's like, what did I sign up for?
So like, where do you fall on the hockey scale? Like, you don't care. Like, it's
I care, but like, my kind of like approach to sports is to not care so much that I get heartbroken. Because like
Hey.
I'm in Calgary, and right now that is not a good team to cheer for.
the Flames.
Like no, and like Edmonton, like I know I have a lot of friends who like cheer for the Oilers, and they're also not a good team. They can't, like last year they were.
Yeah.
But like this year they're not again. So I kind of am like people probably just call me a bandwagon jumper, but I like don't care until they like make it like past the first round of playoffs, and then I'm all right, I'll care.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But we kind of have some like more like the minor leagues and stuff, which like
Yeah.
I like going to. Like the Flames is kind of expensive to go to now. So like we have a team called the Wranglers, and they're kind of I don't even know what the level they are, but we have like the
It's
Wranglers and the
AHL, right?
yeah, and the Hitmen is WHL and
Yep.
all that stuff. So like those ones are kind of fun, and like I don't know, I just go watch my nieces play and stuff like that. So like I'll watch it, but like I said, I try not to care because I just don't like having my heart broken watching sports.
Man, I envy you because I am entirely way too emotionally dependent on my
Oh,
sports
just
teams.
turn off those emotions.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't because if I sever the emotion, I like to me it's a what's the point?
Yeah, fair.
I envy you.
You can
Trust
flip
me.
it back on. You can flip it
No, you
back-
can't. You can't. I'm in it.
I'm now dead inside. If I flip it
can't-
off, I
you
never
don't
feel
understand.
again.
Oh, like 2018 for me was just like, oh my God, like my team finally won the cup, and I was just like, I don't even care anymore. Like I do care. Don't get me wrong, I do care, but like it's doesn't hurt anymore because like we lost, like the Caps just like would continuously lose to the Penguins every year, and it's like I hate Sidney Crosby. Like I hate this guy so much. I don't know this guy. I hate this guy. Like go back to
Yeah.
Nova Scotia, please leave. And then we finally beat him, and I was just like, I don't like, and like because I just went to Pittsburgh over the weekend, and I finally like that was our rivals, sort of like what the Flames and the Oilers are, right? Like there's you
Yeah.
know the Battle of Alberta, but like I was just like, like I can appreciate this guy now that we've like slayed the demon. Like it's great. But
Yeah.
Maple syrup.
Oh no.
No.
I'm actually not like a huge syrup person.
Okay.
Like I like and again, maybe it's just like a Western thing because we don't do like the big we don't have a ton of maple trees and stuff around
Right.
here. So like there's like little like French Canadian days here and stuff and festivals, and they do the syrup on the snow, and you like roll it up on a popsicle stick and then just eat cold maple syrup and stuff.
That's
And like
crazy. That's something
but I don't
didn't
really
know
like
was a thing.
pancakes and stuff all that much. They're kind of like a meh thing for me. Like a more of like a whipped cream and strawberry kind of person,
guess
I
fair.
suppose. So,
Do you have a lot of crepes and stuff?
not really.
No?
Like, it exists here, but
Is there like a lot of French influence on your side, or is that still more like towards like Montreal and Montreal?
some. I feel like we're kind of like we dabble.
Dabble.
Whereas like over there, it's like you learn both the languages, and here it's kind of like if you want to learn the languages, feel free. Like I can ask like I used to always joke like I can ask like can I go to the toilet, not where is the toilet, because like that's what you because like that's classroom French. You're like can I
Right.
leave the classroom? It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like the survival French where you're traveling where I'm just like people be like, yeah, of course you can. Like, what do you, why are you asking me? But yeah, I don't have a ton. I have like my daughter actually is in French immersion just because I kind of wish that I'd done it just so I could speak it better.
Sure.
Yeah.
But and I like she's in grade one and I like she knows some things that I don't, but like I feel like I can keep up with her kind of okay. But like eventually it's not gonna take long until she surpasses me.
Dual languages is starting to take off here a little bit, not much. Like I think so my son, both of my kids are in like a like I don't what is it, a magnet school? I don't know. It's like there's a lot of Spanish speaking kids that go there as well, and so like they do like have some classes and whatnot. So I hope it takes off because that's what I wish I was more fluent in a different language. And every other country does a second language, so it's just like
Oh
Well,
yeah.
when you were in high school, did you have to take a foreign language?
took me or her.
Her. I know you did.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
I
we
had-
didn't have to.
Really?
No.
Was it just a thing
Wow.
that you guys already did, and so they were like, oh, why would you have to have a whole
Nope,
class?
like there's fully people who never spoke French, and it was very much like,
Why do
and
they make us?
like I went to kind of a smaller high school, and I like we it's kind of dependent on who teaches there. Like I think in like grade 11 or 12, we had a teacher who showed up who spoke Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
so suddenly we had a Spanish option. I didn't take it, but
It was
but
there.
it was like available, so it was like very much that. Whereas like and like French, I think they're like I think it's almost always like available. Like I actually don't know enough about the curriculum to know like if it has to be taught. But I feel
Sure.
like it's always kind of like for those who want to learn it, it's available, but like don't quote me on that. Actually have no idea if that's
I'm
a
going to quote you.
requirement at all.
Listen,
Do not
you're
quote
in,
me.
you're in charge of the curriculum for all schools in Canada and the airlines. So,
Yeah,
so
the
okay, so
airlines.
like
Yeah.
you got one
I
more
got
strike
my,
against you.
I am just the puppet master of everything over here.
The prime
All right,
minister.
so-
You guys have a prime minister, or like is it a president? I don't know how the situation works in
We have a
Canada.
prime minister,
Prime
yeah.
minister. Okay, hell yeah. Sick.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize for Jacob's ignorance.
I like to talk to people who live in other countries because it's always cool to see what else.
And I don't mean
I
that
can
in a
learn.
demeaning way. Like he will admit that like he's just
I'm
like,
very ignorant. I don't know anything outside of my own bubble, and I don't
Yes.
mean to not know things. I just don't retain things.
and it is a frustrating dynamic that he and I have. It's a great dynamic, but
You know what? We all have our things that we like. No matter how many times we hear it, we instantly forget it.
That would be
that's
him
like
with everything.
95% of everything that I'm told. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
So the last stereotype is Tim Hortons. Where do you fall?
I'm a Tim Hortons fan. I
Okay.
don't think it's like it's not like
I
they
like Tim
microwave a
Hortons.
lot of their stuff, and it's
Yeah.
not like necessarily made fresh. Like it's
Sure.
not always like made fresh and stuff. Like it could be.
I got you.
It could be better, but like I think it's like pretty solid. Like I respect it as being like a Canadian symbol and stuff. Like I think Brazil owns it or something now.
I think it's
Yeah.
under the same umbrella as Burger King here in the
Yeah,
United
and I think
States.
that's owned by some Brazilian
Yeah.
or corporation at
we
least. or
we do
something.
not
I
have
forget.
one here. I think the closest one to us is like Nashville, maybe. I know there's a ton in the Northeast around like hockey cities, but I get my home coffee that I use is Tim Hortons because I think like the coffee is actually good and I brew it myself, so like it's
Yeah.
not microwaved, and that's my everyday thing.
Yeah, like their coffee is pretty legit.
Yeah. I also think Timbits are better than Munchkins. I don't like
What
Dunkin'
are
Donuts. though.
Munchkins?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin'?
I feel like they're the
We
same
don't
thing,
have.
probably. It's-
I know we don't. It's just like something
Every-
just came here. We have a Krispy Kreme.
Every
Oh.
time that I've had Timbits, they at least appear fresh as opposed to like Dunkin' Donuts.
Hold
No,
on,
you're
my,
fine.
My son just arrived.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
might just,
It's fine.
I
If
might
you
just
need to-
mute myself for a sec because I
You're
don't know
good.
why he's down here.
It's all good. Hey, listen,
Here.
we have kids too.
Here, wave.
Hi.
All right. Oh, sorry. I'll be right back.
You're good. Yeah, I totally understand. Whoa. Now what do we do?
We'll just cut it out. It'd be fine.
No. I'm not cutting anything out. We'll just keep talking.
Yeah, dude.
How was your day, bud?
Hey, it was a day, man. We were talking
You
about
know-
it earlier. We had like a meh kind of day today, man.
Dude,
We
I
were
was
just like,
I was in a bad mood. I was in like a bad mood. I was in a bad mood last night.
You're
Like,
like-
so much so that the fucking Caps beat the piss out of the Hurricanes, and I've fucking felt nothing.
what set you off? Does it like? Did you ever
I
find
don't know.
out? You just kind of like, that's
I-
brains are
don't know.
weird, dude.
Dude, I don't know. Like, it's not the change in like the seasons because I don't get depression in the wintertime. I'm fucking thriving right now. Like I am
I mean, there's a lot
enjoy
of sunlight too, so it's like
my walks are awesome
Yeah.
because like I'm taking longer walks with the dogs because I feel fucking fantastic because I'm
Yeah.
not dying of like heat exhaustion. And like the weather's nice. It dropped like the temperatures dropped like super super low. Like abnormally cold. Like I think it
It
was
has
like
been
it
like
got to like
really weirdly
29.
cold.
Like
Yeah, dude. It's like we had a cold snap or whatever they call
it
it. So
fucking snowed.
it's kind of crazy in November.
Like,
It's like
dude,
which
it
doesn't
snowed
happen
in
here.
November, which
It's
is
sick.
like absolutely insane. Um, hello.
Hey.
Hey, how are
How's it
you?
going?
Hey again. Good.
I
It
don't even know.
that happens more than you like you would think. Like
We
we
both have
always get
children, so
surprised. Yeah, we always get surprise guests, so it's okay.
Fair, fair.
it's no
It's
problem.
funny though because I was just like, where is your dad? Like,
It's
why are you
always
down
concerning too.
here?
Oh man, like talk about horror stories. Because I immediately like, okay, you're down here. Either something's incredibly wrong or you snuck past your dad. Is what happened. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
You're
I
not
think it just
supposed to
snuck
be here.
past. Like there's like like lots of times like we fall asleep like putting the kids to bed.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, oh no, is he asleep already? And you're just raising yourself, but like it's too early for that yet.
Yes, absolutely. So the real reason you're here, all right, is because you have a Kickstarter now.
I do.
And we're it's like what, 10 days by the time this comes out, like 2 weeks in. When did you launch it? Was it November 1st?
No, I think November 6th,
Okay,
maybe?
so
I think
like
it's
less
about
than
a
a week.
week. I think, yeah, like in this moment, I think it's like tomorrow's a week.
Gotcha.
But so
Awesome.
I guess it'll be like 10 days-ish or something.
So
I'll
let's
tell
go
you.
back. Let's go back. Like lead us up. Give us your origin story. How did all of this come to be? Like, oh, obviously, demon potatoes, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't want to bury the lead here. So like, how did all of this come about?
Um, so on a December morning, I was born. No.
Yeah, I mean, you can start there because every time that's
I was trying to
literally the
guess. I
joke.
was trying
That's
to
literally the joke when we ask for people's like origin stories. The literal one's like, okay, I was born on this, and it's like, well, I mean, like, how did we get here?
Yes.
How did we get here?
Oh, so I'm predictable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I take the low-hanging fruit every
It,
time.
hey, you should.
Um, so I wanted to be a writer is kind of where it all started. Not always. I like when I was in school and stuff, I like wanted to be a cartoonist, but then I kind of got nudged towards more something more academic, but I ended up trying to be a pilot for a while and
Okay.
then decided that wasn't for me, ended up being in like business and got my degree in accounting,
Hell yeah,
slogged it
dude.
out there for a while. And then I had this chance to go over to Ghana and work over there. And while I was there, I decided to start kind of like a travel blog, I guess, but really just something to like connect with friends and family so I didn't have to like back when Skype still existed. Maybe Skype still exists. I don't know.
I think
I
it's
thought it
I
was
still
think it.
dying.
technically
I think
around.
it's still
Technically
around.
It's probably
exists.
owned by another one of the conglomerates at
Yeah.
this point, but
Microsoft owns it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't yeah, for some reason I thought seen something that it was like fully gone now, but maybe it still
Maybe it
exists.
maybe it became Teams.
it might have. It's like they got
Maybe.
Teams, and why not? Why would
It's
you have
very
Skype and
possible.
Teams?
Yeah. But yeah, but I was like, so I started doing that, and kind of when I came back, people were like, "Oh, you're a good writer," and I'm like, "All right, thanks," and then didn't do anything. But then my partner was just like, "Why don't you like maybe take some creative writing courses or something?" So I did that. And then one of the assignments, I was in a course called Publishing and Promoting Your Work, and one of the assignments was to join Twitter and start an author platform. Back when Twitter was a great author
Oh,
platform.
Yeah, it's
It is
almost
not
back
a
when it
good
was
author. I
good.
can't, I'm not sure what that assignment would be now. Threads, maybe. I feel like Threads is like maybe okay for that. I
Blue
don't know.
Sky maybe.
Maybe I don't even know. I can't find anyone anymore. But it used to be like really good, and like it was one of those like I was connecting with people, and it kind of like oh like when you start telling people you're a writer, you're like oh shit, maybe I should write something.
Yeah.
So I started like trying to write novels, and I was writing like dark fantasy stuff, and but I wasn't like finishing them. Basically, I was really good at like writing the first like 12,000 words or something. And then I also by then I'd like started to like meet the horror community, which I just like really got along with. Like the horror writers have like this great twisted sense of humor,
Sure.
which apparently I really enjoy. So I started like switching more to horror, and then I kind of switched to writing short stories. And then I don't know how that really came.
Hey,
I don't know how all these things led to the one other thing, but eventually I was just online. I was joking about like meeting friends as an adult, and it's just like, oh, you just like handcuff yourself to someone one day, and you're like, we're friends now. That's like, because when you're a
okay,
kid, you're
yeah,
like, oh, we got the same lunchbox, like let's be best
Dude, we've
friends for the
talked
next
about
12
this.
years.
yeah.
Yeah, so whereas like adults, it's kind of like everyone's awkward and has their own lives. You just, yeah. But basically, like, that's how I met my friend Hades. And he was into comics and stuff. He was doing the 9 to 5, but we kind of just like, hey, maybe like we should do a project together. And we were going to write a prose anthology. But then when I met him, I was like pregnant. And by the time we started our project, I had a daughter and I was like postpartum depression. Um, but he was just
Understandable.
like, all right, what if we just like do this project? And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, this is a terrible time. He's just like, but you need something, like, let's go for it. And I was just, by the time I got off the phone, I'm like, all right, I have my first idea. So we just started like writing these stories. And like, he has this whole comic book universe he created in an alternate London with like nefarious organizations and dark heroes and all this stuff. So basically, there's this big catalyst that's this like catastrophic paranormal event that happens in central London. And we each wrote 8 stories that were centered around this event from different perspectives. So it's like different people all experiencing this event.
Yeah.
And then when we like kind of combine them together into an anthology, we kind of had to fix our timeline. And one of my stories had to like kind of basically delete most of it and kind of rewrite the ending. And that when I came up with the ending, he was kind of like, this is a comic book character. And I'm like, all right, what does that mean? And
Okay.
he's like, I was like, neat, carry on.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you should write a comic book. And it was like not on my radar at all. This was supposed to be like a one-off project just to
Mhm.
like give me some sanity back. And I was just like, no, that's crazy. But like, I'm a highly impressionable person. As as I tell more about all the stories I write, you will learn that I'm very impressionable. But yeah, so I was just like, well, hypothetically, what would this look like? And I'd read some of his scripts. So I just kind of started going for it, and like I basically originally written the comics called Sister Grimm, and it takes place in this alternate London. And I'd written it as a graphic novel, and then we kind of realized that like making a graphic novel when you're not an artist is very expensive.
Oh, oh,
So,
I have stories for
so,
you. Trust me, I
so
know.
we're like, what if we broke this up into like singles? So I
Uh-huh.
had to like cut back quite a bit and like break it into singles and stuff. And then like our anthology came out, like the prose book. It came out in 2020, and
Okay.
I think Sister Kirim came out in 2022. So that was kind of like my foray into the comic book world. And
Now you
yeah.
wrote it, and who did the art on that?
There's this artist called Nicolas Nieto. He's down in Argentina. We basically had this one again, this Argentinian had like reached out to our company, and he's just like, hey, like if you're looking for an artist, like I'd be interested. And like we talked to him, and he does the main art on our title called OPSEC, which is kind of like an X-Files-y kind of and it's like he has like this like Mike Mignola style, which is pretty cool, like Hellboyish.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, but he were kind of like, oh, do you like know any like other artists you might be interested in working with? And he's like, I know all these people. So like most of our artists are like Argentinian. There's a few exceptions. Um, but yeah, that was kind of like how I got connected with him. And he has this like gritty watercolor style, which is like kind of non-conventional, but like it just like really worked because Sister Grimm's kind of this like it starts off as this kind of like melancholy, kind of dark, like issue 1 is kind of melancholy and dark and like all that stuff. But then she gets this like witty sidekick ghost because she's half Grim Reaper, so she can like she basically so like in this anthology she has a basically a physical encounter with like death
Okay.
and various things happen and she wakes up 3 months after this event and she's like in a morgue and she doesn't have any of her memories and she has these abilities doesn't know where her family is and stuff so that's kind of like I have the third issue is out and there's going to be a fourth one and then that's kind of like the
The end of that.
completion of the first story arc.
What's that like?
Almost being done or what?
Yeah, because my thing is 5 issues in a one shot. It has
Yeah.
taken 3 years to do two.
Yeah.
And like I am extremely proud of what I've done, but like I see this like mountain ahead of me, and like the cost, like that's the
Yeah.
as a writer, and it's like, oh man, like it's just it's astronomical, like, and it's just like I don't I'm obvious I'm doing something wrong because there's just not necessarily my fault, but like you had talked about Twitter, like between the first issue and the second issue, and like the amount that social media has disintegrated in that time, and
Yeah.
like it like I can't penetrate the algorithm, especially like for me. I'm a dad, I work, I'm a husband, and it's like I can't. It's not that it's just like I only have so much capacity to do this, and like
Yeah.
it's like I feel like I'm like there's something out there. Like obviously, I'm sure you feel the same way. And like all the indie writers and artists that I've talked to, like we're all in that same boat. Where like there's something missing because like it's just like you can't penetrate, you can't like find that algorithm anymore. And it's like
No.
I can only shout into the damn ethosphere so much before it's just like it falls on deaf ears. So like
Yeah.
with me, I had just like not to get into the weeds, tumultuous issues, like just unplannable things that happened to like on the artist side of like that put it on a delay. And so
Yeah.
like I no longer want to deal with delays in a public eye. So like for issue 3, I'm going to like sort of pivot and do it and have it ready when it launches, but it's like that costs money, lots of
Yeah.
money. And so like it's like I don't like what have you learned in that time, like again like between like what you've done since 2020 like up until like even now with like your current Kickstarter, like how do you, because I saw your post today and it was like it was true, it was like it's not that nobody cares, it's that nobody can find it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like, and that's how I feel, but like I don't get imposter syndrome because like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I am very confident in what I've done, and I have people who tell me, like, legitimately. I don't take compliments well. I think everyone's full of shit. I think people just, I just,
Yeah.
it's the way I was raised, and like I never received compliments as a kid. So like when someone gives it to me now, I'm just like whatever. Like I just kind of shrug it off. But like I know what I've done is good, but like
Yeah.
it is massively underperformed in my eyes based on like the quality of work that it is. And it's not for a lack of trying. It's just like I don't know, like I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to pay for a check mark on Twitter. Like
No.
I'm not
No.
giving I'm
Yeah.
not giving that dude any
I
of my money.
refuse.
Let's
Same,
go.
same.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a Facebook. Instagram is not really meant for writers. It's like Threads. It's sort of meant more for artists. And
Yeah.
as a writer yourself, like it's an under talked about thing of like how do we promote, like an artist, like I have a bunch of artist friends and like they can just slap something on there and like it's awesome and like you get a bunch of stuff, but like what do we do as writers
You take a
to
picture of your words, and you take a
I mean
picture
I
of your
guess
words,
It,
you
and
know
then you
there
post
are
it.
like I follow an account who literally like his Instagram, and actually mostly just the way the algorithms work. I only see him on Instagram anymore, even though I know he exists on Twitter, and he just posts screenshots of his Twitter or of his tweets. I guess they're not tweets anymore, but whatever. So
they're
it's just
still
like, and like that's
tweets.
how,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's how I like see him. Like I don't see him on Twitter, but like he's literally a writer, and he just posts his words and not even like his stories, like his just comments. He's just like a
It's
funny
like
guy. But
here's
then you
my
have to be
tweets.
funny, which is like its own pressure. And I'm like,
That,
dang,
yeah,
you have like
and
witty
like
stuff. I'm like,
I'm
I'm
not
bland.
funny. I'm not a funny person, so
I think you're
like
funny. I think you're funny. It's okay.
I'm funny in a certain
But
sense,
there's
but
like
like
there's like funny, and then there's like internet funny, where you're like you have to come up with all these like super relatable one-liners. Whereas it's like
And
my
it's like
stuff, like
every
I
single day, like multiple times a
yeah
day, and it's like
it's exhausting. Like I was
yeah
talking to somebody, like I took like my degree is also in business, and like the shit that I learned in marketing 10 years ago does not exist. Like it doesn't
yeah
exist because like what we deal with now and trying to market yourself doesn't work.
Yeah, like to me, it's just like you either have to be like an observational comedian or you
Mhm.
have to be like controversial as heck.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't even know. To me, those are the only two things.
That's pretty
Pick
much
one.
it. Yeah, because it's like now, especially with the way the algorithm works and the way that like monetization works, especially on Twitter, it's like you if you're not being funny or have something like funny kind of meme to post every single day, you have to be super controversial because if you're not, like, 'cause it's all about getting comments and replies
Interactions.
and retweets and stuff like that. It doesn't matter what you're saying or how you're saying it. Like if it's racist or homophobic or just like truthful or not truthful, it doesn't matter as long as people are replying to it because that's how they pay people based on that shit. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite. Like, and I know, like, so part of the, like, I didn't do it on purpose, but like, so like I work for ASAP Imagination. I'm the editor in chief there, and like lots of people come to us, and for a while we were like publishing other people's stuff, and we've kind of taken a break from that. But so many people come to me and be like, "Oh, I wish I could do comics, but like I don't know how to draw, or it's so expensive." And that's why like actually like where Demon Potatoes came from, because like I do art, but like just kind of like I don't now I consider myself an artist just because again I started telling people as an artist. I'm like, "Oh, I guess I have to own it or something." Um, but
Speaking truth to
like,
power.
yeah, if
yeah,
you're drawing
basically,
stuff, you're an
the
artist. So
secret. It's manifesting talent over here.
Yeah.
But it was basically like kind of like I didn't know how to make comics. So like I started this like weekly YouTube show where it's just like in the very like and I'd just live draw for an hour and I'd sometimes have guests and like or people just be heckling me in the chat or whatever. But it was like fun, but it was like this kind of promise to myself for like an hour a week, like I'll draw. And then it was kind of just like supposed to encourage like and then I ended up choosing zines, which is where what a demon potatoes is. Because it was like low stakes. Because again, it's just like if you want to be like, I want to make a graphic novel, like you're looking at like 144 pages, like in theory. Like obviously you can like give or take whatever. And then like
Hmm.
let's say the best page rate you get is like $100. And like
that's still
that's
Yeah.
that's
my math
still
isn't
like what is that? Is
great.
that
It's like
14 grand? I don't know.
yeah.
Is that bad math or is that good?
Hey,
But like
you're the accountant, not
yeah.
me. Yeah.
That doesn't mean
You are
that
you
doesn't
are an
mean I can
accountant.
do live math in my head.
What's funny is that I am actually an accountant as well. So it's like,
Someone
Well,
like
you probably have a calculator in your pocket,
I got a
right?
phone, I got a
he did math like like live math one time on a podcast,
embarrassing. So,
and it was
Was it
extremely
impressive?
incorrect.
hey,
No,
fun
no.
fact: at the time we had, I think 244 episodes. Right, our
Yeah.
episodes run about an hour each.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
was like doing the math of like, oh, how many hours have we been doing this? And for some reason, my
It
brain
was
was like 284 solidly or something like that, something like way over. And no, it turns out it's just like 244 something hours, like, even taking into account like probably some of the shorter episodes and longer episodes. So
yeah.
yeah, not the
And
best at math.
If you're
So,
gonna be wrong, you be confidently wrong,
and
though,
that's
right?
my motto, honestly. Yes.
Honestly, you just described
Yeah,
Jacob
that is my
because he's
motto that I go by.
and it
So,
is infuriating because even though he knows that he's wrong, he will still argue.
because that's
Just
what
to
it's all
argue.
about. I
See,
like
you sound
debate.
like you should be successful on social media though
Ooh.
with that kind of mindset.
I had to like
Like
actually
just post wrong things. There's like some
don't
like
give
art
me
of the
ideas
I
right
don't
now.
know. There's some like negotiation tactic or whatever where it's like never underestimate people's need to correct you.
And it's like honestly, you're giving me tons of ideas, but I don't need it. I don't need to get back on social
Yeah,
media.
just start putting out bad math problems.
Just create a shit posting account where I'm just like posting problems. Like let me tell you why you're wrong about this answer. What's 2 + 2? And it's like, oh, 5 actually.
And
So
like you know what? Like I've seen multiple like posts on math where people are just arguing in the
yeah.
comments and stuff. And I get into it. I'm just like, yeah, like I'm not like a big math
And then you
person,
just
but I
sit
can
back
still like
and just rake in the
I don't
cash.
argue.
You don't even
Yeah, I
have to
don't
reply to
argue. Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah, basically.
So they do it for you. That's
Yeah,
genius.
that
Honestly,
could be
I'm gonna go
you.
write this down.
Get that blue check mark and start posting
Yeah,
wrong
but
math problems.
now see that's
That's my
the
business idea
conundrum
for you.
because like he's cheap. He doesn't like to spend money to do
And I
anything.
don't want to give it to anybody but Leon over there. I don't want to give him
Yeah.
any money. So it's like,
Yeah.
damn,
Fair,
dude.
fair. Test it out on Blues. I can't get any traction on Blue Sky. It's like I don't understand.
I
I've
did
not cracked that one at all.
I have I was like included in a bunch of like follow groups. So like when everyone did the mass migration over from Twitter over to Blue Sky. Like I've been on Twitter since like 2007 and I have like maybe 500 followers. I amassed like over 1,000 followers in like a week on Blue Sky. Now,
Yeah.
does that mean anything? Absolutely not, because that doesn't do shit over there either.
Yeah.
And like I use like every once in a while I'll like throw out a tweet over there and it's just like it doesn't do anything, right? And it's just like to me that's just like nonsense. Like me
Yeah.
I fight with myself and it's like I know that part of like I don't want to be a persona, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I don't want like I am who I am and like what like I'm just me. And so and like just the constant need to always like having to like engage and rage bait and it's like I just that's like I don't so I don't like I don't want to do it. Like I just want to show you guys what I'm working on. Occasionally
Yeah.
like talk shit about my sports teams because I'm mad, and then and like you know whatever. Like occasionally like I'll promote the podcast and it's like okay, but then like that doesn't do anything either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, like I miss Twitter, man, like the real one, because
God,
like
me too.
like it's like Hades is a good example. Like I hadn't met him in person till like last year for the first time. We'd known each other for like 5 years before that, and I
Yeah,
like considered my best friend like on
yeah,
and like made so many like legitimate friends like online. Whereas like now like there's I don't make new friends, it feels like sometimes you
yeah.
go on a podcast and like then you can see people and have real
Sure.
conversations and actually have a connection, but like even like I try and like have conversations like on some of the platforms and like it's usually just like one reply, another reply, and then it's
Hmm.
done. And then they're
Yeah.
like, I don't, and then I don't remember people's handles and stuff. I'm like, I don't know who you are.
The conversation aspect of like what Twitter used to have, it like died. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just died. What you got out of like early Twitter is what we got out of podcasting because like we have a friends group now that is like immensely valuable. Like we talk every day.
Yeah.
Well, some of us do.
Hey,
Some
I
people don't participate.
I participate as much as my brain
I
will
mean,
allow.
I talk to Jacob every day, but like in our friends group, like it's been immensely valuable, especially for me, like as an indie creator, because like they were and are my biggest supporters, and like that's where like there is a confliction sometimes because like I know that they got my back, like I know that they're gonna do everything they can to promote, but like I'm trying to get to a level to where like strangers are and
Yeah.
I'm not seeking praise but like
Yeah.
I'm like seeking praise from strangers where like someone randomly takes they're like I'm gonna give this guy $5 $10 for
Yeah.
both of these issues and like dude this is actually really good like that's what I'm chasing because like I'm the people you know what I mean like just like that randomness that like you could get on Twitter five years ago like all
Yeah.
the things that I discovered and the people that I have like you know, like even like my artist that for Polar Destroyer, like I met him through Reddit, and like, have you tried to go on Reddit recently to like, and it's like a cesspool too, and it was
Have you?
always a
I was about
cess,
to say, like, have you ever been
it's
on Reddit?
always
I
a
don't.
cesspool, but I mean, like,
I am not a Reddit person. I like go there for
I
like
wasn't
really
either.
specific advice
It's
that
probably for the
somehow,
best, honestly. You
yeah.
know.
I literally joined Reddit to find an interior artist.
Oh yeah.
That was what I
That's
did.
actually so that was my like Facebook is like I my Facebook was dead for years. And then like
Mhm.
once I got into comics, everyone's like, oh, there's actually like quite an active Facebook community or like comic community on Facebook. So like I went over there. And it is, but like it's I feel like it's most just people, including myself, just posting Kickstarter links for the
Yeah, that's
most
the
part.
thing. Is that
Yeah.
And
that's
now it's
yeah.
become so AI and there's so many bots that, like it's
Mhm.
kind of again, I feel like it's starting to die. Like and
Yep.
I wasn't there that long, but like I'm
They're
already
gonna get
noticing
me
that like it's
started on
barely
my whole
I,
theory about social media being dead, and it's like
dead internet.
it's. I mean, low key, I think the internet is actually dead. Like it's like obviously it's not like dead in the sense that we can't use it, but it's like dead in the sense that
it's functional,
nothing.
but it's not living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's. I don't even know what it
So
is.
like what did I mean what advice is someone like on who's done it seemingly a little bit longer like what advice do you have to sort of get the word out about yourself because I've done a convention I did a table at a convention in February and it was fine I had no expectations and it took like the first day I was there I was sort of like everything that I've done in comics has been deep in like I just jump
Yeah.
in the deep end. Like it's like my whole thing was like I'm gonna do comics, and I just did it. Like you know what I mean? And like
Yeah. Yeah.
So that Saturday I was there was not as good as Sunday, because like Sunday I was able to work on like lean into like, oh, like I'm a local guy, like, and then like, oh, okay, like, you know, it's like you kind of just have to like bullshit a little bit, and it's just like not my thing, man. Like it's just not like, oh
Yeah.
my God, like this is a cyborg polar bear. Like I don't know what else you need to know. Like I'm not
Yeah.
I could never be a
Sounds
used car
itself.
set. Yeah, like I'm not
Yeah.
so like
You did the same
like
pitch for demon potatoes. So you're just like, it's just demon potatoes. I don't know what
yeah,
else.
yeah,
I
like
don't what
right.
it's what else
So
did you want to know
yeah.
about it? Like,
Well, and it's funny too, because like I don't remember who I heard it from, but they're basically like I did it with Demon Potatoes. They like title your comic with what the pitch is. And so like
okay,
that's like
nailed
because
it.
like and that's yeah, because people don't really need to be like, oh, what's Demon Potatoes about? I'm literally like, well, it's about potatoes that are demons.
It's about a
Yeah.
broccoli, you know.
Yeah,
And I like.
basically.
So I was
Whereas like
looking. Sorry,
yeah,
go
like
ahead.
some of the other comics I wrote, like I have to like pitch them and stuff. But then it's very much like your pitch always has to change and like you never know what's going to connect with people. And I feel like every convention or market I go to, it always changes. And I know like so like this past year I had the chance to be like a guest, so like I had my table, I got like a free table and stuff, but I was beside other people and listening to their pitches, and I'm like, oh, you guys are clever, because like there's always like you gotta ask a question and get people to like answer. Like there
Mhm.
was like this one lady who she was always just like hers was do you like monsters, and then there's this other guy where he had kind of two things. He's like, do you like zombies or superheroes? So people would always, and then like whatever they answered, he'd like gives them their other one. Because people would rarely be like neither. Like, why are you at a
Right.
Comic-Con?
Yeah,
Then
right.
what are you even doing
It
here?
was. It
But
wasn't
like
like
I
do you
kind of
like one or
found
the. It wasn't like do you like this or that. It was like, hey, which one of these do you like more? Essentially. So
yeah. Yeah, but I found like the my problem is this like some like they're like representing the company. So I think we have like seven, eight titles. And then I have like Demon Potatoes. And then I also have like I have met this like picture book, which isn't a comic, it's called Babies with Rabies. And
Hmm.
then I have
again, with the naming, it's like not really much need like babies with rabies. I don't know what else you want me to
yeah,
explain to you. Like, yeah.
but again, it's kind of like there's so much that we have. I don't really like I feel like I've always like never know, like it's almost like you got to profile people, but like I don't know. I literally like Babies with Rabies, like it catches people's attention. Like people do the double take. And like with Demon Potatoes, like one of the things I do now is like I have a bowl and I like paint potatoes, little demon faces on. People always come up and go, "Are these real potatoes?" I'm
It's
just
like,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah," and then they're the action figure. Like I say like the same thing like thousands of times, like a thousand
Yeah.
times in one weekend. But like you just gotta kind of find your hook, something that draws you in, and like because the people are like, oh, it's just like, oh, if you like this kind of humor, like maybe you'll like Babies with Rabies, or like I have that kind of humor in Sister Grimm, and if you like Sister Grimm, which is a little darker, like maybe you'll like The Dead Knight, which is also like darker, and it's like so it's like I keep kind of like pushing people down the line, but like I don't know if I have advice. To be fair,
I
like
mean,
I feel
I
like
think
you're
all
always just
advice,
trying
yeah.
stuff.
I think
Yeah.
all advice is good advice at this point, because like we're sort of in uncharted waters, but it's like it's a very muddy pond these days, even though
Yeah.
like it's we've been afforded the opportunity, like there's so many avenues in order to like get a thing out. Like, you know, 20 years ago you wanted to be a creative, you wanted to write comics, you wanted to do whatever. Like you literally had to go through the same process as everybody else. You had to write this, get rejected, write this, get rejected, and then that's like finally you get your break. Now we have so many avenues where we can do our own thing, but so does everybody else. So like
Yeah.
even though the avenues are open, the traffic is more. And like
Yeah.
trying, and like my philosophy has always been to like I don't want to cut corners. Like I'm going to put out the absolute best possible thing that I can, and I want my thing to stand. Like you can literally put it on a shelf at a comic book store and be like, oh yeah, this fits. Like this looks like something you
Yeah,
would
for
buy.
sure.
And like I know that's not everybody's approach, and so far that approach has not worked. I mean, it's not worked, but you know what I mean. Like it's not.
I mean, technically
I'm
speaking,
not.
yeah, you do have a comic book made, so like it
Yeah,
could
like
technically work.
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. Like I'll pivot this. What is your barometer for success on like what you've done so far versus like what is your ultimate goal with, you know, Demon Potatoes versus like what you've done with your other stuff? Is it just like getting it done just to say you could do it? Like what's your barometer there?
What's your goal? What are you aiming at?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Where are you going, big
to
picture?
to a further extent, it's like yeah, like what's the end game? Like what like where are you
Yeah.
hoping this goes?
Is there an end game?
So
I know that was
like
a lot.
I
Sorry.
start fair. See if I have like a ADHD brain, so if I just tangent and don't answer any of your questions, just feel free to remind me what the question that didn't answer anything at all, Laurie.
It's-
But yeah, I don't know. Like way back when I started this, I was hoping that I could do it full time and not have to go back and get a real job when
Gosh.
my kids got into school, and now they're into school and I have to go back and get a real job.
Dang.
So didn't check that box, but like I think that like for like I think it's always just kind of putting stuff out there. And like there's part of me that kind of wishes maybe I hadn't have monetized it, but I actually also like that people want like it's again, it's not everyone, but it kind of means something that people are willing to like put money and been like, I want to pay for this. Like this is quality work. You did a good
Yeah.
job. Like to me, that does like that is important. Like I know it's not. I know like art is supposed to be like for you first and all that BS.
Yeah,
No, just kidding.
that fucking
Like
Nah.
obviously
bullshit,
it
dude.
is for
It's like,
you as well. But like at the same time, I want people to like want it. So like I think that I have those miserable days where you're like you just want to burn it all down and you're like what's the point of this? You're
I
like,
can
just
relate. Yeah.
knocking all your stuff off the ground or off of your desk and stuff or whatever. But like I think that like generally like anytime I can kind of like I think cons are especially important because you can actually talk to people,
Hmm.
and when you can convince someone to like spend their money and you can see them hold your book, like it actually is cool. And I think that like there is something like like fully our very first Kickstarter like was pure friends and family, and like I think my mom topped us up to like
Yeah.
get to her get because we weren't gonna make it. So like I was like the classic Kickstarter, but like now like the first time you have a stranger buy something like it like little
It's
there's
crazy.
little wins like that. And I know like for Demon Potatoes, it was very much about like teaching myself how to draw and like they're like I like let me tell you how I procrastinated finishing that because like the fact that I like because I was just drawing for fun and all of a sudden I'm like I want to make a comic. It like changed my mindset a little bit for it. Like I kept trying to avoid it and stuff, but like I like don't have great self motivation, but like if someone else is holding me accountable, it like helps me finish, which is why I created the YouTube show because it's like every week
Hmm.
I'd have to draw. I told people
Right.
I was going to do this, and I tend to just announce things to the world. But again, maybe that's part of the problem with Twitter is I announce things to the world like I'm going to do this, and like no one sees it, and I'm like, haha,
It's
just
just a bunch
kidding.
of
I'm not
bots.
going
It's
to
just a
do
bunch of bot
it.
replies where it's like, hey, check out
Yeah,
this thing I'm working on. Actually, don't look at that. Look
yeah.
at what I'm working on.
So,
So,
so maybe there's less accountability and stuff, but yeah, like I don't know. I just try and like I'm generally just trying to put stuff out there. Like you do kind of have to create things for yourself, and like
Hmm.
I think Demon Potatoes especially has like I just try and make it fun and like do silly stuff. And I know like I think with Sister Graham, like I feel like because it's through our company, it's like a little more professional and stuff. But like with Demon Potatoes, I have like not safe for work potato prints this and stuff like just
hell
like
yeah.
it's like whatever, just do whatever. Like I like everything's just a pun. Like my prints, I have like Buffy the Vampire lip prints, so it's like the post Leto, and then I have like I drew like a Sharknado one, so it's a Sharknado tato, and it's like
That's pretty
shark
good. Yeah.
potatoes, and like I just like making stuff silly. Like that's kind of like, of course, like it's nice to write books and like even me, I like to have the books where you like read that and like, oh, I'm like, there's the person you were before you read that book and the person you were after you read the book, and you're like forever changed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like no one's gonna read Demon Potatoes and be like, that was life changing, man. Like,
I don't
so like
know.
it's
There's got to
okay
be
to
one
just like
person at least.
maybe maybe someone's gonna be like, oh man, someone published this shit. Like I can obviously be I want to be
Hey,
that person for people.
hey.
I mean, to be fair, that's honestly that was the catalyst. I've told the story before, but like with me, I went to a local con and I'm not one to put somebody's work down, like you know what I mean. But like I saw what indie people were doing here locally, and I was like, I could do this, like I could
Yeah.
easily do this, right? And like when I had that approach that you did, where it's like it's not self-deprecating, but like with issue one, I was like, well, like, it's about a cyborg polar bear. I'm not writing Shakespeare, but like I found that to be off-putting to people because it was like I was trying to the perception came that I was like trying to deflect like
Yeah.
I like deflect confidence what I didn't have, but I had it, but it's just like so like I switched my approach a little bit, and it's like there was a time on Twitter where I was like, back it or don't. and it's just like that's also a disservice, like because it's like you're
Yeah.
trying to instill confidence, but it's also like I can tell you all day long it's the greatest fucking thing in the world, but that's not going to change your mind either. So it's like
Yeah,
I
for sure. Well, I do get it, like 100%. Like I know there is a solid point where I'm like, oh man, I need to be like quit being so self-deprecating. Like I'll still use demon potatoes like as a like it to me it's just
yeah,
kind of like it was the purpose of it was to inspire people to
sure.
that they could do it. And honestly, if people are inspired to that they can do better than it, like I'm not the best, like I'm learning. Like I've fully admit, like I'm not like at like the top of my drawing career. Like if, I think issue 2 hopefully will be better than issue 1 and stuff. But like it's kind of like with like I always think of like with musicians where it's just like you put out your first EP and it's like or first single or whatever, like it's not going to be the
It's
great
gonna
like
be dog shit. Yeah.
produced in your
Yeah.
garage or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like we all have to start somewhere. You're like playing some like dive bar, but like you can eventually be the musician who's playing some like stadium with like 70,000 people or
Hmm.
something and
You're
like
like Stevie Nicks.
yeah, just like that. But
That's
yeah, but it's just like
I know who that
yeah,
is.
like I think I
What
I
a
think it's
pull!
just what
Stevie Nicks? That's a random pull for Jacob.
is that a connection to something?
No, that's
Just out
And
of
I
all
know
the musicians to
I
name,
know
Yeah.
that
that was
Stevie
is
Nicks
that what you're saying?
Stevie Nicks is a lady. So yeah.
Just
yes.
And I didn't
And
just learn that a few years ago. So it's whatever.
again, I've already apologized for him, so I'm not going to do it again.
I won't lie to you.
I just assume you're a big Stevie Nicks fan,
I
but
don't
now I'm
know.
suspicious you're not, and you don't know actually who
He
she
couldn't.
is.
I don't know what band
Just
it
like her
is. I'm not gonna
name.
lie to you. I don't know what
He
band it
couldn't name
is.
a
Yeah.
song.
No. Back in
I think-
Black.
That's AC/DC.
God, I was so close.
I think the band is Stevie Nicks.
Is it
I
Stevie
think,
Nicks?
I think she's in a
Let's go.
School
I'm taking the
of Rock?
W.
Does she have a school? Is she in one of her songs?
Wasn't
I
she
think
in
is a School of
Heart?
Rock. Oh, I don't know that. I don't know enough about her.
I don't know.
My,
If
my
only
dad,
there was
my
some
dad,
kind of
my dad would
internet.
be scalding me right now.
My
Hold
two
on,
facts.
hold
My
on.
two facts are she's a lady and she's a singer. So of the band Stevie Nicks, and that's about the extent that I know. So
No, I was not. I was no, I was thinking of Nancy.
how much
Van
time do you
Wilson,
have? We
sorry.
don't want to keep you too long. I apologize. We should have actually.
I got nowhere to be.
Okay, cool.
I'm not
Kids
in
are
charge of my kids.
kids are
today.
kids are running
They
through
wander
the
around.
house.
Yeah, I can hear
Do you-
thumping upstairs. Whatever.
Do you guys care if
They'll go
I-
to bed when they go to bed.
You guys care if I ask a question or two? Is that okay? Like if
No, you can't.
Okay, just making sure.
Ugh.
I mean, I didn't mean it's, like, I was genuinely asking. Like I got. Okay, so I just
am
wanted
not okay
to.
with this.
I got two parts here. First part, I just wanted to confirm that you are in fact not the English professional football player, the footballer that played for the winger for the Arsenal, right?
I am not. That's actually why I like my writing. It's not like a pen name or anything, but like I use L.A. Cunningham because when I searched Laurie Cunningham, that's who came up,
Because
and that felt like a lot to compete with.
I was about to say that's the second part of the question is like, have you ever Googled yourself? But then two, like, what is it kind of like living in the shadow of somebody who is like takes over the Google search for your name?
You know what? I think because I like chose L.A. Cunningham. Actually, like I think when you search L.A. Cunningham, like I'm generally what comes up.
I
Now,
think
which
you
is
are,
kinda
yes.
nice. Yeah.
Google
I think
me.
the other thing.
Oh God.
I think so. There's actually another Laurie Cunningham who lives kind in Edmonton.
Wow.
Who's known for murdering a whole bunch of people, and I think she's in jail. So that's arguably like someone, and I think she's she like blonde, like I think she's older, but like people could be like easily like, don't you live near Edmonton?
If it is you, if you are the same, don't mention it on here. I don't want. It's plausible deniability.
Plausible
Just do your
deniability.
own
Then
thing. That's fine.
Lean into it though, because there's a notoriety there already. Like that's networking right there. You don't have to do.
Just never answer the
Yeah.
question. Just never answer
Yeah.
the question. Just go and leave it as a mystery. You know.
They ask
Yeah.
you
Are
the
you the Laurie
question.
Cunningham that murdered a whole bunch of people in Edmonton?
You
Hey,
guys should check out Demon Potatoes on Kickstarter. Like you
Yeah.
answer it by just not answering. And
it's
just
like
go
two.
to the
Like, are you the Laurie Cunningham that plays for Arsenal and was the first English footballer to get drafted by Real Madrid, or are you the one that murdered a bunch of people in Edmonton?
Well, no, and I think
Your pick.
also, I think that Laurie Cunningham, I think the footballer, I think he's dead, and I think
Yeah,
he's
I'm pretty sure
very
that, yeah.
black.
Yes, yes, in fact, he is.
I'm just white facing over here, just like cryogenically froze myself so I could come back and make mediocre comics.
Hey, and it's working because Demon Potatoes is going to take off. Alex, to your question about Googling you, you are in fact an American rower who competed in the quadruple sculls event at the 2012 Summer
Oh,
Olympics. So, and
well,
you're 38,
congratulations.
38 years old, and you were born May 4th, 1987.
Did you spell my name correctly?
Well, I spelled it Alex Osborne, so yeah,
Did you spell my last name correctly?
probably.
Spell it.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want you
put him
now.
on the spot.
I don't want you now.
Spell it.
No, I don't want you. It's Osborne is how I spelled it.
Correct.
Let's go.
Good
Okay.
job.
I didn't know if there was a U in it. I got so worried. I
There's
was
not-
like, was
there's
there
not a
supposed to be a
U in
U in it or not? But it does link to an Instagram account that is definitely not you. So
Damn it. So my goal is to be. Well, I also don't use my name as my social handles either.
there's also an Alex Osborne TV. So unless you've been streaming without me, brother.
No, there was when I was in college, there was somebody who played for college basketball who had the same name as me, but it ain't about me.
That Alex
I
is
also
a
have
chick.
I also have a question for you, Laurie. So like, of all the Canadian like focused TV shows, what is the best representation of Canada?
Oh,
I don't know. It's a loaded
Yeah,
question.
you're
man.
speaking for the entirety of Canada, so like don't get it wrong.
So like,
like something produced in Canada or something that
something-
just like was filmed
Either
in
one.
Canada?
something that represents Canada. Like
Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings. Like
Cool
obviously
Runnings, Cool
the
Runnings
big.
actually does a decent job of like it happens in Calgary and like does a decent job of like showing the landmarks and all that stuff. Obviously, it also happens in Jamaica a lot, but
Yeah. How do you feel about like Letterkenny?
Letterkenny is East Coast, so
Right.
and I don't like it very much.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Hey,
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
I
fine.
don't know. I
It's
don't know. I
alright.
just haven't got into it, and I know like some people like I briefly was into Trailer Park Boys.
That was my next one
Um,
was going to be.
But again, once they started like they're like they started some like podcast or radio
Mm-hmm.
show, and then they kind of just lost interest around there.
So-
And also one of their actors has some controversy.
Yeah, just recently,
right,
actually.
right now, so that's probably
Yeah.
not probably a good
Yeah,
thing.
I was
not to be
never
into.
I was never really into Trailer Park Boys, but I love Letterkenny and I love Shoresy. So like
Fair.
It
And I
is.
haven't seen Shoresy. I was trying to think. Canada has like not like I think it's getting better, but you used to be able to like back when cable was a thing. You used to be able to like flip through the shows and like
Yeah.
if you like you could tell when something was made in Canada. You're like, this looks Canadian.
it's like all your it's like Crave TV, right? Like it's what all that is. Isn't that what the channel
well, Crave is just kind of like HBO, to be fair. Like
Okay,
it's
yeah.
I don't yeah. Like
yeah,
it has
I
most
was
of
gonna
the
compare it
HBO
to like what we have is like the CW, but I guess HBO is a little bit of a higher standard, I guess.
Yeah,
good.
like
There's
I
a
think
lot-
it's like more like like CB like the Canadian Broadcasting
Okay, so it's
Corporation.
like your version of like BBC.
Yeah,
No?
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if BBC does like a whole bunch of like bad. I don't know enough about them if they do like
I
the
feel like
bad
they only do
sitcoms and
news. Like,
stuff,
that's the only
but
thing I know about
kind
the
of- I
No,
was gonna say
no,
something with the
no,
news,
like
but
Peaky Blinders and all that stuff was on BBC.
Oh.
And like Sherlock and
Damn.
all that. Those are all BBC shows. Gosh,
Yeah.
So is
uncultured
East,
swine.
Is East Canada? Is that like your all's version of like rednecks? Is that PC still?
No,
Rednecks?
she's in redneck country.
Well,
I'm,
okay.
like,
I don't know
very
Canada.
redneck.
I don't know anything.
She's
really,
There's
but
different kinds of redneck.
There's
like,
oil rednecks.
Yeah, like I'm in like
I feel like that's
I'm
PC.
like
I don't know.
I'm in like oil redneck.
It's oil country. The Edmonton
we're-
Oilers,
we're
Jacob.
oil
I'm just
country
saying,
for
man. You
sure.
said it. I didn't. That's fine.
No, like Alberta's like mini like the Canadian Texas. Like we have like people like actively trying to become like the 51st state. Like all of Canada's like screw you guys, and like we have people who are like yeah, just like driving around with their
I mean, you guys do have the Calgary Stampede, so
yeah, like we're very like steak and oil. Like it's very
and
Texas
it's
conservative.
called the Saddle Dome of all places,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
apparently falling apart from what I hear.
It does
Yeah.
kind of sound cool, though.
I think
I'm
they're
not
like
gonna lie
fully
to you.
tearing it down, but it's
Yeah,
like
you-
it's like a solid landmark, so it'll be a shame when it disappears.
Because what I was up there and people in Edmonton were talking about how shitty in Calgary people were because they got an arena first before Calgary did. and like there's if you go in, you'll have to confirm this, but like the concrete is falling off the ceiling, so they have a net that goes over the ice.
I doubt that actually.
I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
that would be too big of a safety hazard to just have like a net to catch
Listen, I
falling
mean, listen,
concrete.
It does
that
sound like
rivalry.
It's
That does sound kinda
definitely
like a-
end of life.
it sounds like a rumor that somebody started from Edmonton, and they were like, "Yeah, dude, shit, place is like a shithole."
Yeah,
honestly,
like if it was doing that, it would be. I'm pretty sure it'd be condemned. Like it's just like just that's just the Smith just pausing games just because Smith's falling.
Man, that
from
sounds.
everything.
You know what? That's upsetting a little bit because it's like that sounds like something they would say about my hometown. Whenever like at other parts of the redneck community that I came from, they would be shit talking the little hometown that I came from. That was just like a little bit of ways out, and they'd be like, "Yeah, they had their refrigerators out on the front porch because they don't have electricity, and so like that's what they used. They used to make fun of us all the time, man. So I don't like that."
Is Bret Hart like a national treasure for you?
He's pretty big here.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of so like because of comics is like so similar to like
Pro
wrestling.
wrestling. Yes.
I think that like I don't think many people talked to me about Bret Hart until I got into comics, and now like a lot of people like mention him to me all
Does
the
he
time.
still have his steakhouse or whatever, his
I
restaurant?
don't know if he has a bar. I don't know
Is
if
that
he
what it
has
is? Yeah.
a steakhouse.
Is he like a NASCAR
Yeah.
driver?
He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Jacob.
Sounds like a
on.
NASCAR driver to me. So
No, he's a pro wrestler, you moron.
WWE.
Hall of
that's the
Famer.
bad one. I'm sorry, I can't support this guy. No, I'm sorry.
This is listen. I
Yeah,
told you.
no, he's pretty like our hockey team's called the Hitmen after
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of like what else.
That
like,
jersey's
what else?
awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it's a solid jersey.
Yeah, it is. Like I'm not into minor leagues, but like if that was a jersey that would just randomly, if I ever saw it at like a thrift store, I'd probably buy one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I can't actually even think of what his like. Is this bar just called? Surely it's not called Hitman. I can't think of what his bar is called.
Just the Bret Hart bar.
Because I like he has like all of his like memorabilia and stuff there, from what I understand.
Yeah,
like
I've actually
Bret
never
Hart.
been. I've walked past it. That counts as going
Is it
to
like, is
something,
it
right?
downtown?
Yeah, it's right beside the Saddle Dome. Not
Oh,
right
dang.
beside it, but really close.
It's just the Hitman bar.
Oh, fair enough. That's actually
Right.
kind of what I assumed, but I'm like, surely it's not that easy.
I guess it's in Victoria Park, right near the Cowboys Casino.
Yep.
Dang, you guys really are the Texas of Canada. Like that's insane. Like that sounds like
Our most popular pub is Cow.
I feel like that could be
I don't
a
actually
whole
bar, I
game.
guess.
a whole game of
Cowboys.
like, hey, is this place in Alberta, Canada, or is this in Texas? And like you just put these names beside each other and be like, hey, which one is
Yeah.
this? So
Well, it's like the Calgary Stampede here is like I think it's 10 days. And like literally everyone just dresses up as a cowboy, whether you're a cowboy or not. Like
Wait.
especially like when I work downtown, like you just like everyone's just like full like buying like the Wranglers and like legit cowboy boots. Like everyone's like going full authentic and like for a week. And then that's it.
wait, is Texas redneck?
Yeah.
Wow, man. I feel like there's classes amongst rednecks though, because I mean, the
Well,
red.
of course, like Texas obviously has like the big city and stuff too.
That
but,
sounds-
like
yeah.
we have that too. So like in general, and like Texas is obviously like warmer. Like I know like I worked for like the one oil and gas company I worked for. Like we were like connected to Houston and stuff, and I was surprised that like Houston like grew rice. I'm like, what?
Speaking of which, did you guys get that pipeline done yet, or is that like coming? Like when is that gonna be done?
Oh, I'm not in oil and gas anymore.
Okay.
I
was like,
I
wasn't there, like, some
cannot be
kind of
bothered to follow
big
like,
pipeline
get
coming from
screwed.
Canada?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
that's pretty controversial.
Speaking of pipelines.
I mean,
That's a
I
pretty
don't.
controversial thing. Like,
It's
are we
like
talking about the same one?
the XL one, right? The
Yeah,
really
Houston
really
XL
big
probably.
one, right? The really big.
It was
one.
like depending who your government is, they like green lighted and then the next one red lights it.
And I just-
it's like every 4 years it just goes tick tick.
And like, who even cares about all that like reservation land that it's gonna tear across? Or
I mean,
whatever. It's
they
like,
do. I mean, they do.
It's so much land, you know. It's got so much of it. Just like,
Ooh, you're treading on some.
I just want to say, I'm being very facetious right now. I know it sounds like I'm being very serious.
She might not know
We talked
that.
about finding that line.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel
she may
like you're
not-
looking for it.
I know you. She does
I-
not. We don't want to scare her off.
That's fair. Yeah, we don't like the Keystone Pipeline. Don't worry about it. We don't support it unless you do, and it's fine. Like, I won't.
I just
I
gotta
don't know
do
where I don't know
what
where
you
I'm
taught me.
supposed to be on that. I don't know where I'm supposed to be on the line. Okay, I get that it's bad, but I
I
haven't heard anything
scalded
about
you
it.
last week for this.
What did I do? Oh yeah, playing both
Because
sides. Yeah,
because you won't commit to an opinion.
I don't want to be wrong.
You're
So
wrong all the time. It's not working for you, pal. I don't know what to tell you.
in the wrong. I don't want to be wrong all the time.
He's afraid of being canceled, even though he has like no social media presence. He
Yeah,
completely
I don't know why.
like no one cares.
I guess
Then you just
not.
get canceled for not choosing a side, regardless of what
Exactly.
you do.
Honestly,
See?
cancel me for
You
that.
can't-
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun way of getting canceled. Cancel me for being too good. You know, too funny.
Good.
But
As of this
That's
recording,
definitely how it works.
I think that you have hit your goal. Yes, on Kickstarter.
they did.
Yeah.
I don't mean to. I don't
was-
mean to like dox you or whatever. It's at 555 as of the recording. Out of 356, you got 28 backers. There's still 22 days to go, so still like everybody toss
Oh
money.
yeah.
Throw money
Yeah,
at
I
it.
said it like it was because like I feel like Kickstarter, you like obviously you can use it as a Kickstarter because you need the funds. And then like I feel like in the past we've kind of used it like as pre-orders as well. Like it's not quite done, but like here's like whereas like this one I was kind of just like it's already made. I've just only ever sold it locally, and like Kickstarter is a great little indie community, so I kind of just like, you know what, I'll just like make some extra fun stuff and throw it up there. So like I was gonna set a higher goal. Like I was just like in Canadian dollars, I was gonna set it at 1,000. And I was like, yeah, whatever, 500. Like I don't like ideally it gets a little higher and stuff, but like I have my stretch goals and stuff. So like I feel like I get like it hit like it funded in 24 hours, but I'm just like, but I set the goal like of course it did.
Oh my
I
gosh.
set it really low.
It's babies with rabies. Is that a kid's book?
It's kind of like for parents. Like it's kind of like Go the F to Sleep and K is for Knife Ball.
That's adorable.
So it's not like for kids.
My kids would read
it's-
it.
But it's
It'd be
about
alright.
kids.
It's about kids. It's like a zombie survival guide where like the parent or like the kids are the infected and the parents are the uninfected. It's all rhyming and
I will say, unrelated. I have a massive fear of rabies. So that's really cool. I really like that. So-
that's cool. I love it.
Could you imagine if you didn't have a fear of rabies? You're like, nah, I want it.
Oh no, rabies is like really screwed up.
No, it's
Like, I've
terrifying.
actually-
It's
yeah.
it's absolutely the most terrifying disease that you could probably get. Honestly, like I'm not even being because it's like at 100% kill rate at this point. Like out of all the people that have had it, like there's only been like 4 or 5 people to survive
That's
it.
not 100%.
Oh.
It's as close to 100% as you get,
No.
right?
I feel
No.
like it's generally once you have it, you're screwed.
Yeah.
But like, so that book, like, it's supposed to be kind of more of like the rabid raccoon kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not supposed to be like super offensive. But like, the one, like every now and then I get the random hate messages, and like
That means
my
you made
most
it.
hate-filled message was from babies with rabies, and someone like, there are real babies dying of rabies, and like you're an awful person, and like I got called all kinds of things, and I'm like.
Man.
All right.
It means you made
who
it,
are
though. You got it?
Yeah. Screenshot that and frame that message because woo.
The closest hate I've ever gotten was someone told me they were not going to back my book because it was cruelty to animals.
So,
Oh,
They were a big
Neat.
PETA advocate.
but it's
and I
like
was
if the animals are killing each other, I
not
feel like it's kind of
real.
just nature.
it's not real.
Yeah, but still, like,
It's not real. So
but if you were gonna play their game, it's like, yeah, it is technically, like, it's just animals killing animals. So like, it's just nature, buddy. I don't know. You gonna stop? You gonna go out there to stop?
we're animals.
Yeah, you gonna go stop the wolves from eating deer? No, you're not going to because it just happens. You know.
nature. Yeah. Nature
Well,
minus the robot part.
That's fair.
I don't want to keep you all night long. It's a little bit later here. So
Fair.
where can people find you? Where can people find Demon Potatoes?
So finding me, I have different handles everywhere, so I kind of play hard to get. I feel like I'm most active maybe on Threads lately, which I guess by default Instagram. So LACU Insta is my handle. I still pretend Twitter is a thing, but it's LAURCUNN. And then like I have a website which is lacunningham.com, and then Demon Potatoes is currently on Kickstarter. And then like if you're local, I always bring it to cons and all the Calgary ones. And
How many cons do you hit typically a year?
it depends. Like I don't do a ton. Like I got small needy children, which I feel bad. Like I actually feel like it's a lot of work solo parenting. So I feel
Yeah.
I can't do like cons every weekend and just be like completely absent mom.
Sure.
But I try and do like the big Calgary one, and like I've done the big Edmonton one, and then there's like kind of smaller ones. Like I always try and do a Christmas market, but like last year I like had the chance to go to the UK, so I did Thought Bubble there, and so I
Hey,
don't know. I
shout
try
out
and
to
do.
our really good friend Fred. He is at Thought Bubble
Oh
this year.
shit.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Shouts out
Thought Bubble
Fred.
was cool.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
and then
so
like
when you get older, you're gonna bring, or when the kids get older, you're gonna bring them into it. You're gonna bring them into the fold. Have them doing like Demon Potato spin-offs. You know?
my daughter's already like she did her first like lemonade stand this summer, and she like did art and like had all this like swag and stuff. So she's already ready, and she's like I draw the little like potatoes like or like act like the faces on the potatoes, and like she draws them, and it's like she's been trying to draw me stickers and all that stuff, and like
It's
That's
awesome.
so cool.
yeah, it's fun. And
My
and it's cool because like she'll like even before that she was like always trying to like I feel like I don't know, maybe a lot of kids do it. Like whenever she was like drawing, she'd always like try and make everything into a book. She's like staple this into a book
That's
because
what
it's like
my
that's what
kids
I
are
make.
hooked on that
Yeah.
right now. My kids are super hooked on like
Yeah.
making books right now. And I got to tell you, my hands hurt because they staple them, and it's like I keep getting the stupid staple stuck in my fingers. And but it's still fun. It's like yeah, they've been super into
Yeah.
making like monsters and stuff recently. So, and just like random monsters. They were really making skibbity toilet monsters for a long time. It's a whole thing. Don't even worry about it. It's like
Nice.
so, but
Well, it was lovely having you after
absolutely.
all the technical difficulties.
All the tech issues.
Listen, that was your fault, just like the
That
airfare.
that was.
And I don't remember what the other one was. What was the other?
I'm also a hacker. Just taking
Airfare,
myself down. I don't care who goes down with me.
Oh gosh,
infrastructure.
Yeah.
yes, the airfare was the
Yeah, I don't
infrastructure.
remember what else I was to blame for.
Oh man,
Mm.
we're just gonna go ahead and
Something.
pin all of Canada's issues
That's all of
on you,
Canada's
actually.
issues.
So,
The recession.
XL Pipeline, the reason they got shut
The
down,
XL
that was her.
pipeline.
All right,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
truckers that showed up at the
Yeah.
Capitol there for the while that you guys
Let's
had
just
in
make a bunch of
Canada.
fake,
Yeah.
make a
And-
bunch of fake
And the reason the
headlines.
Saddle Dome is dropping cement onto
Yeah.
hockey
Yeah,
players.
You
absolutely.
you did both
You're the
sides.
reason the Flames are bad.
Yeah.
You did both sides. You
Literally,
created the
that's me.
rumor
You know
about it.
you know the blame Canada is really just me. The South Park song. That's just me. They say Canada just because they don't want to actually be like
It was just you. It was you.
just you.
Um,
You were Canada.
Well, thanks so much. Anytime you want to come back, like the schedule's pretty much open. So.
Yeah, just let us know.
In like 6 or 7 months when you're doing
Demon Potatoes 2.
Attack of the Yeti Spaghetti. I don't know. Like that seems like a
Grimm,
crossover, right?
Sister Grimm 4, right?
Crossover. Yeah, Sister Grimm 4. I have a whole bunch of projects. Like I also have like the anthology that we wrote. We turned it into comics, and there's literally one issue left in that one. It's like Sister Grimm has one issue left, and like so that one's called Points of Virtue, and like
So I said,
there's a
what's the
Points of-
anthology called? Is it the Points of Virtue anthology?
Yeah,
or
it's
is it-
points. So the anthology is Points of Villainy, Points of Virtue,
Mhm.
and then we kind of split like Points of Villainy. We split into 3 issues, and then turn that into a graphic novel. And so then Points of Virtue, we have one more issue, and then we'll graphic novel that and all that stuff. So
Then you got Babies with
Yeah.
Scabies coming up. That's gonna be
you
super
know,
sick.
so Babies of Rabies, I like started writing a second book with like more toddlers. Like I was in theory, I was gonna like grow the kids.
Oh yeah.
But the way I did that one though is because it's a hardcover and it's like really unique, and I had this like very like specific like vision in mind. I had to like I had to like special order the books and pre-order them all. So like I did the minimum order, which was 1,000 books,
Oh god.
which is like, and I still have way too many books in my basement to justify doing a second one just
Oh,
yet.
God.
So maybe
know.
if those start selling more, I could justify an issue or a sequel. That's what the word is. I was like, that's not a comic. What's this thing called? But yeah. Maybe that'll come. But for now, kind of like finishing up Sister Grimm and Points of Virtue, and then Demon Potatoes is always kind of like I also have like a novel. I'm still trying to pretend I can be a novelist. I still have that going, and
That
like
just sounds like a
trying
lot
to
of
be an
work.
artist, and
you know?
I don't know, just everything.
Writing a
Maybe
bunch of
everything
words.
everything to prevent you from getting
A real job.
Real job in
Yeah,
quotes.
I'm not gonna be able to avoid that who needs food and shelter, right? Like
No.
I having children means I have to be a little responsible there, I
Yep.
guess. So at
Absolutely.
some point I don't need food and shelter, but I suppose they do.
Yeah. You
They
already
don't want to
had
live
your
in my
time. You
car.
already had your time with the food
Yeah.
and the shelter, okay?
Yeah, yeah, it's their
It's their turn now.
turn.
So, but anyways,
All right.
thanks so
Thank
much
you
for
so
coming and hanging
much.
out with us.
All right, thanks for having me. I will talk to you guys later. See